You freed your brother. You committed treason.
I freed my brother. And you slaughtered a city.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most head-scratching television conclusions that left us wanting more. Oh, and obviously expect a whole lot of spoilers.
Leave and go where?
Let me show you.
Number 10, Mirror Image, Quantum Leap.
I know always like this. I was big, strong like a bull.
I'm sure you were.
It's the final episode, everything's just about resolved, and Sam is at last given the chance to hop back to his own time. So surely he takes it and walks off into the sunset, right? Nope. In a maddening turn of events, Quantum Leap robs its viewers of a happy ending.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm not gonna harm you. I'm here to help you.
And has the gall to finish Sam's story with a title card saying he never returned home. What gives? Audiences deserved a whole lot more resolution than that.
Still in peaceful dreams I see the
While the 2022 revival tried its best to give the series more closure, that was canceled on a cliffhanger too. Quantum Leap fans just can't catch a break. Number 9, Into That Good Night, Roseanne. The "it was all a dream" twist is one of the most surefire methods to turn your fan base against you. For some reason, Roseanne thought it was the exception. It wasn't.
It's still the first thing I think about when I wake up and the last thing I think about before I go to sleep.
The series finale reveals that Dan is actually dead, the Connors never won the lottery, and the last 22 episodes were a figment of Roseanne's grief, and also a total waste of time.
My writing's really what got me through the last year after Dan died. I mean, at first I felt so betrayed, as if he had left me for another woman.
Now, to be fair, the show's final season was hardly winning over any critics. But even so, hand-waving away an entire year of storytelling was a smack in the face to Roseanne's remaining audience. There's a reason the revival outright ignored this ending.
I gotta take a walk. I know you can do this.
Number 8, Episode 29, Beyond Life and Death, Twin Peaks.
Wow, wow, wow. Fire rock with me.
Topping the list of shows canceled too soon, Twin Peaks was a mystery that should have had way more than 2 seasons. While it eventually ended on its own terms, for over 25 years, this brain-melting trip to the Red Room was the chronological end of Twin Peaks.
Annie. The face of the man who killed you.
It was my husband.
It's not a bad episode by any stretch of the word. In fact, critics and audiences are still dissecting the layers of symbolism buried in this weird doppelganger world. The issue is that it's not an ending. If anything, these tidbits busted open the possibilities for even wilder stories in Twin Peaks.
How's Annie? How's Annie? How's Annie? How's Annie?
So it's a real shame it took until 2017 to get a proper continuation. Number 7, Conundrum, Dallas.
He's gonna get killed. There's nothing in there.
I don't gamble. I make my money from losers like you.
Wrapping up 14 years of scandalous affairs and mysterious shootings is no easy task. So, Dallas decided to go small. Instead of more soapy plot twists, the finale is 2 hours of JR reliving his life and realizing everyone would have been better off without him. Yeah, it's a real downer.
One shot. That's all it'll take.
The worst part is the final scene where Bobby hears a gunshot, races upstairs, opens the door, and it cuts to black. That's right, even though Conundrum spends its entire runtime focused squarely on JR, it doesn't even give him a clear ending either.
Do it!
If it weren't for the reunion film, Dallas fans would have a lot to complain about.
Yeah. Buy you a drink, Bob?
Number 6, Lost in Space Part 2, Family Matters.
Then that means...
That's right, Mitch. You're going to have to send out the nerd.
When you think of Family Matters, what comes to mind? Probably Steve Urkel, well-meaning hijinks, and good morals. For some reason, though, the final episode is all about outer space. Don't get us wrong, in a vacuum, the two-parter has plenty of nice moments and laugh-out-loud gags. But as an ending, we kind of expected things to, well, end. Lost in Space was clearly written as a gimmicky hour-long special, not a series finale. As a result, it spends more time on intergalactic jargon than saying goodbye to the characters we've loved for the last 9 years. The final image of Family Matters should have been the family, not the stars.
Only when we kiss.
Number 5, The End, Lost. Some call it masterful, others say it's disastrous, and the rest of us are still trying to figure out what the heck even happened. That's the ending of Lost for you. After 6 seasons of increasingly muddled storylines, the show untangled its greatest secret by killing off Jack. And also letting him into purgatory. Or maybe he's leaving? It's confusing, and while some admired the bold creative swing, the vast majority were unhappy that Lost still wasn't giving any damn answers. Even if you don't think about the outrageous number of plot holes and timeline inconsistencies, The End still disappoints by finishing the show on a question mark instead of a period. Number 4, Last Forever Part 2, How I Met Your Mother. After 9 seasons, over 200 episodes, and a whole lot of suiting up, the long-awaited mother just dies. You can guess why people were a bit taken aback.
All upon a downtown train.
And that, kids, is How I Met Your Mother.
To make matters worse, the episode shoehorns in conflict between Barney and Robin so Ted can swoop in and steal his real love interest. It's not just out of character and unsatisfying, it reframes Ted's whole story as a strange obsession over a girl that's literally married to his best friend.
No. This is a story about how you're totally in love with Aunt Robin. And you're thinking about asking her out, and you want to know if we're okay with it.
I can't believe this.
Not quite the meet-cute he wants it to be. If Ted and Tracy had just stayed together, maybe How I Met Your Mother would still have a shred of its legacy left. Number 3, Made in America, The Sopranos.
Since he's dead, my gambling luck's done a 180.
Oh, okay. It's fine for you to believe that shit, but I can't worry about it, Jinx.
It's deeply ironic that what is considered one of the greatest television conclusions of all time is also one of the most befuddling. Really, it's all because of one scene. At the conclusion of the finale, Tony has accepted that he may soon be indicted due to Carlo's potentially impending testimony. He meets his family at a diner and waits with Carmela and AJ as Meadow is the last to arrive. The bell rings as the door opens, Tony looks up, and that's it. End of show. This moment has spawned so many theories and interpretations we could fill a whole list with them. Is it really his family? Or was Tony shot for his years of crime? And why all the ambiguity? There are no clear answers here, and anyone hoping for one should look elsewhere. Number 2, Remember the Monsters, Dexter.
Is that why you're here? Tell me all this.
No, I'm here to kill you with that pen.
Evading the cops while catching serial killers is hard work, and it always felt inevitable that Dexter would end up behind bars. And waited some more. But bafflingly, the series ends with the authorities none the wiser to Dexter's real extracurricular activities.
As much as I may have pretended otherwise, for so long all I wanted was to be like other people, to feel what they felt. But now that I do, I just want it to stop.
It's a mind-boggling gaffe that could have easily livened up this ho-hum finale. In lieu of dramatic revelations, emotional goodbyes, or any culminating character growth, the show limply kills off Deborah and then retires Dexter as a lumberjack. It sounds like a bad joke, but it's real, and fans were not laughing. They were so nonplussed, many cite Remember the Monsters as one of the worst TV endings ever. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Iron Throne, Game of Thrones.
Have you been down there? Have you seen children, little children burned?
Tried to make peace with Cersei.
In the middle of a council deciding who should sit atop the Iron Throne, Tyrion Lannister asks a question. Who has a better story than Bran the Broken? Well, we can think of a few, starting with the characters who didn't vanish for seasons at a time.
Yes, I can. I'm king.
This man is a criminal. He deserves justice.
He just got it. He's made many terrible mistakes. He's going to spend the rest of his life fixing them.
That kind of backwards justification is symptomatic of why this whole finale fizzles out. Moments like Daenerys' death and Sansa's crowning should be vindicated payoffs the likes of which TV has never seen before. But as the climax of a very wobbly final season, the story practically crumbles before our eyes.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me.
You were exactly where you were supposed to be.
It's so unsatisfying, you can't help but wonder, how did it all go wrong? Are these shows still worth checking out even with their questionable endings? Let us know in the comments below. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.